Hey everybody, this is Greg from Gem City RC. Just put this up on the Facebook site. I made another video last night and it wasn't good enough for YouTube. It was too much space, which is probably good for you guys anyways. You don't want to hear me rant for too long, right? Alright, so today's topic, to begin everything, number one, welcome to the site. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to having some good times and hopefully getting some more people involved in this awesome hobby that I got involved in. But the second thing that we're going to go over is something that I think we can all pretty much understand, but some people don't know about yet. And that is the difference in toy grade RC, like that guy, that one. What's that? What's that over there? Oh, Joe, you're going to be mad about this, bro. That's a Camaro under there getting smashed by a big old hobby RC car. But we know what those are, right? These guys are all the toy grade. Yeah, the beloved toy grade. The one that we used when we were 8 years old. We had an absolute blast driving our mom's nuts, running it around her legs while she's trying to cook dinner, because the best place to run your RC car was on the laminate floor at your house. Yep. Well, that's the way I grew up. I grew up playing with Radio Shack cars and Tyco cars, and oh yeah, and the Walmart specials, man, the big box store specials like this guy. Yeah, actually what started me in this whole thing was these guys again. Mason and I, my son, we got creative and said, hey, why don't we buy some RC cars and see how we like them. And I already did like him. He actually really loves them now. But we built a little track here down in the garage. Got some metal plates there and some wooden boards. And we had a little circuit track set up here for him. And that was back in December. And I just lost interest real quick because they were just so slow. You had to like skid turn them because, like, look at the turning radius on this thing. It's like no turning radius. I mean, for what it is though, for 12 bucks, I mean, you got little tiny spring suspension in the front. It doesn't go very fast, but hey, you know, for a little bit of fun for your kids and stuff, it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm not going to talk crap on them. They're at least a little bit of fun. But for us big kids, they build big toys, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they build big toys, but everybody's always spooked because they're like, oh man, that's a lot of money, right? Actually, you'd be surprised, and I'm going to go over what is what and why you should really look into this if you haven't already. And to those who have already looked into this, then this is just going to be a recap for you. So, let's go over the toy grades. I mean, we kind of already went over it a little bit already. But for instance, I mean, you can go to your big box store and you can buy something like this. Or you can get tricked online into believing that something is like the best RC, let's say RC drift car ever. Like this thing right here. This did have a body on it. A body, like just like these guys, like a body pan. This was something I bought off of Amazon a couple months back. It was supposed to be this awesome RC drift car. Yeah, it's even got little LED lights behind the wheels when you turn it on. Ooh, Scooby-Doo. Here's the deal. If you look at the if you look at the servo, the steering in the front, it's just not that good. It looks like it's good, but this steering servo in this car, it's right under here, went out within the first like week of me owning it. And not only that, but I knew it was weak when I got it because it could only steer the wheels like to there. And everybody knows with drift cars, man, you gotta have mad steer in order to get mad skids, bro, right? Okay, so what do we do for something like this? You know, 40 bucks, doesn't really run anymore. What's it good for now? Now that I can't fix the steering servo, huh? It's all plastic, hard plastic, not really worth nothing. Where does it go? In the trash. There it goes. Bye. Okay, so we kind of learned about toy grade. Yes, you can have some fun with them. Yes, they're great for around the house. They're great to drive your wife completely insane if she's trying to cook dinner. I'll tell you that one. These are the extra wheels that came with it. These are supposed to be like drift wheels or like plastic, crappy laminate wheels. Like you can see how much like scratches I got them and everything. Garbage. These are going in the garbage too. Bye. See you later. Okay, so on to the next thing that's toy grade that I'm probably going to throw in the trash. What's this right here? Oh, this is the controller. See, they made it look like the legitimate ones over there. But if you look at this, you know, it's still got the little steer and trigger. Yeah, a little turn on button. Turns, glows red. Ooh, bright. Yeah, not. This is only a 40 megahertz controller. So, yeah, not good for interference with other RC cars. Like, let's say if you're running these guys. Yeah, definitely get some interference. And sorry, guys, but I'm a cheap guy. So, I'm going to take this 9-volt. That's mine. Keeping the 9-volt. But this piece of junk, yeah, you heard it. Piece of junk. Trash. Alright, now we got rid of all the trash. And I know you're sitting here saying, well, what about those ones? They're not trash. They're fun. These are still fun. They work good. They got the little analog controllers. I love these. I loved them when I was a kid because it was so much easier to steer it and stuff. That's a big complaint with a lot of the guys getting into hobby RCs. They don't have this nice little tiny controller right here. It's fun. It's fun. I'll give it that. Okay, but let's get back down to business, right? Okay, so what makes these so awesome and worth the price tag on them? Which the price tag on mine, this is an ECX Torment. You can get it on horizonhobby.com, or you can go, if you're living here in Erie, you can go an hour south to Big Dog RC. It's an RC racetrack and shop, and you can buy this truck for $169. Brand new, ready to run. Comes with the battery, comes with the controllers. These are not the stock tires or wheels on these. These are Proline Racing beadlocks with Proline Racing switch tires with a foam in them. Great tires that I got a really screaming deal on. I went up to my local hobby shop here in Erie, Hobby World, and picked them up for $30 used. And they still got plenty of tread life on them. They're great. Yeah, this is the ECX Torment. $169, you can't beat the price. Now, I'm not selling you something though. The whole reason I put up this page was so that I could show people why it's worth it. Why it's worth your money and how much fun this hobby can really be, okay? So, you're probably asking, well, what if something breaks? Because we just threw away trash, right? Okay. Now, like I said before, some of you guys on the site that are already on there, you've already been through this. You already know what needs to be replaced. But some of you new guys don't know a lot of this stuff. So we're going to go through it, give you a little quick overview. Hopefully before I run out of time. Alright, so right here, this right here is your electronic speed control. This controls how fast your throttle is on your truck. It also has a lead off of it to give power to your servo. Yep, steering servo. That way your wheels can turn. Now, what did I say about that drift car? No turns. So no mad skids, right, bro? Yeah, this is what's called a short course truck. 1/10 scale. And literally, look at the amount of turn in that. Like here, let's spin it around. Let's get this out of the way real quick. Okay. I'm spin it around like this. There we go. See, look at the amount of turn on that. It's gorgeous, ain't it? This thing drifts like crazy if you want it to. Another thing is, remember how we saw the little tiny springs on this guy right here? You're gonna get the little tiny, like practically for a pen type springs. Okay, these are actual oil-filled shocks. Okay. Like you would see on an automobile with real springs. Yeah, they're plastic, but guess what? They work just like a real shock on a real car. And it's independent suspension all the way around. Can't beat it. And it actually has real turnbuckles, real A-arms, and also camber links. But the thing about these camber links is these ones on this one are not adjustable camber links. But you can upgrade, and for relatively cheap, you can upgrade to actual actual camber link, so you can change negative camber, bro, if you want to. But no one's gonna do that to one of these. I would hope, I would pray that no one would actually turn this into a negative camber slow machine. I would hope not, unless you're like a hipster, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, not to hate on hipsters out there, but okay, guys. So I already got this motor pulled out of this truck because we had a lot of fun. I apologize for all the dirt, by the way. I should probably clean it up. We had a lot of fun bashing the other day, and that's when some things happened. I had to come over here and resolder my negative wire to my motor, which not a big deal. I mean, stuff gets loose when you're bashing it and jumping it 6 feet in the air, which brings me to the next thing. Mason's truck, the rear axle snapped, so I say, heck it, I'll just pull the whole motor out. It'll be easier when I go to replace the axles. So, here is your differential. Yeah, you heard that right. A real, actual diff. Yeah, hard to believe, huh? In a little tiny car. Yeah, it's got a diff, mid-gear, top gear. And then over here we have a little thing called a slipper clutch. Underneath this bell housing here, there's a thing called a slipper clutch. And the slipper clutch, I learned something great about 2 weekends ago at Big Dog RC when I jumped at the clay track and I heard this loud gut-wrenching in my truck. It was my top gear blowing about 6 of the teeth clear off of my top gear. Ripped them clean. And you're saying, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why'd your top gear go so quick? Well, that's easy. I listened to some not-so-sound advice and I tightened down my slipper clutch way too much and only turned it back a quarter turn after it was completely tight. Now, that's great if you're running on, like, the asphalt. If you're running on the street, you're fine because it's not gonna really do anything hard to it. Actually, it'll probably give you a little bit more speed because it's not slipping, it's gaining traction. But if you're on any kind of dirt surface or grass or you're climbing a hill, you need to do what's called a carpet test, which we don't have time to show you on this video. But the next time I film, probably, we will do, at some point, we will have an episode for the carpet test for your slipper clutch. So that way you have it adjusted just enough so you get a decent amount of traction, but not too much where you're going to fry gears or fry your motor. So, yep, this is a brushed 15 turn brushed can motor from Dynamite. And you know what? It does pretty doggone good. Out of the box, this truck does like 18 miles an hour. It's a freaking blast, man. It's such a good time. And like I said, I'm not trying to sell you guys into this. I mean, it's not, I'm sure it's not for everybody. But for those guys that are car enthusiasts or people that just can't afford to build the rig that they want to yet, you know, this is a great way to fulfill those childhood dreams at a much, much lower scale price. I mean, it's so much a better price. And then I don't have to drive my wife nuts every like couple of weeks saying, hey, I need this for my car and that for my car. Instead, I can just say, hey, for my RC car, you know, can I spend 20 bucks? It's a lot easier than saying, hey, can I spend $300 on a turbo? Yeah, works out a lot better with the wife. Anyways, so going back to this, as you guys can see, I mean, it's got bearings all the way around, just awesome. Definitely worth the sport. But like I said, guys, I'm running toward the end of this video that I can record. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall catch you next time on Gem City RC. I'll be posting here in the next couple of days. Until then, like I said, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys soon. Thanks.